Jimmy, good morning. A Sunday morning and a Monday match, so it's all a little bit unusual right at the end of this conference season.
Yeah, most definitely. Look, I think probably there's nothing usual this year, unfortunately. But yeah, a little bit different. But I think we've prepped. We've had a later start in the week and managed to get the same amount of work done at the same time. So a little bit different, but looking forward to the opportunity to play Scarlets on Monday.
Are you doing this as a day trip, Jimmy? You're over and back tomorrow.
Over and back in the day, yeah, which is good. So we can. We just had our captains run there this morning, so lads are in good space and looking forward to it. It's a really tough place to go and play. It has been traditionally for us over the years. They're a quality side, so we're under no illusions it's going to be a really tough battle.
It's a slightly odd one for Connacht because they don't really have a prize at the end of it. The Scarlets have an opportunity to get further up the situation that they're in for European rugby next season. So how have you set up in a game for Connacht that is really just it's about pride, but it's also just about getting a result?
Yeah, look, I think number one is we're delighted to be in the position we're in, but it doesn't take away from the fact that this is a professional game and we expect to perform every week no matter who we're playing or whatever the stakes. I think for us it's very much a case of it's just another game that we just need to perform in. So like the connotations were done a couple of weeks ago and we were aware of that, but look, the lads are preparing to go over there and put in a really good performance, and that's what we expect. To
that end, just looking at the team, you've got Jordan Duggan and Jack Ainger in the front row. Paul Boyle's captain a game. Abraham Papaile is at 8. So that's opportunities for some of those younger players, and it's another opportunity for Paul as captain.
Yeah, look, I think Paul is. Look, you could see it day one that he has a lot of those credentials to make a really strong leader, and he's done that admirably in the number of games that he's been in that position for us. Look, it's also a chance to for us to have a look at some combinations and. While still not taken away from the fact that we want to go over there and get a result. So, an opportunity for a few people to put their hands up, like for us to see some combinations that may or may not work for us. And then, to test some depth in other areas and give people like Paul more experience as skipper. So, yeah, look, it's all set up to be a cracker. Quality opposition. The lads are in a great space, and we're really looking forward to cracking in tomorrow.
Dylan Tierney-Martin also getting an opportunity off the bench at some stage, local player. That's very important for him.
Yeah, look, I think like Dylan's been going really, really well, and he's in that academy at the minute and training very well for us. So you look at it, it's an opportunity for him. But look, he's trained admirably well. He's a fine young talent, and we're delighted to give him that opportunity, and hopefully it goes well for him tomorrow.
Connacht came into the last 3 games of this season 8-5. It's now 8-7. A win tomorrow night would give you a better than a 50-50 return on the season. Is that important for you? If it finished 8-8, would there be a slight feeling that it just dropped away at the end of the season?
No, not at all. I think, to be honest, as I said, apart from you telling me here now, I wouldn't be aware of the figures. We're just prepared to win every game. If it goes your way for whatever reason, if it doesn't go your way for whatever reason, you just evaluate under your processes and get back and try and do a good job the next time. So, look, for us, it's very much prepared to win. Make sure that everybody is in an optimum space to perform and ensure that we get the performance, and hopefully that'll get a long way towards securing the result for us.
All eyes for Connacht tomorrow night are on Páirc Scarlets, but this European game is coming along quickly. Away to Leicester on Easter Saturday. It looks a fascinating game in the Challenge Cup. Slightly tricky situation from last week. Jared Butler won't be available after the red card against Edinburgh. And then yesterday, in a brilliant Irish performance, Bundy Aki picked up a red card in one of these ones that we're seeing pretty regularly now. He may or may not be available for Connacht. So give me a sense of what you're seeing as a coach with the way these games are being refereed and these decisions are being made.
Look, I think probably the number one thing is, I said, that there's a law there, and one that the referees have to enforce. So we as coaches and players have to abide by that. Obviously, the process of evaluating the circumstances and the sanctions, that's left up to the people that matter, I suppose, in those roles. But yeah, look, we're aware of what is the sanction if contact is made with that area of the body, and the players are as well. So look, everyone has just got to be really diligent and being really accurate with their entry height and making sure that they try and stay away from that zone as much as possible. If you don't, it's at your peril. So yeah, look, disappointing obviously with Jared's one, but look, we'll make another plan and we'll drive on.
What did you think of Ireland's performance yesterday?
I thought it was brilliant. Look, it was. I thought in every facet, they were clinical and their intensity and accuracy was right up there. So look, I'm delighted for the guys involved there, the coaches and the players. It's it gives the country a huge lift, and obviously with the provinces going well in all competitions as well, and obviously the national team performing well yesterday, it made for a really nice weekend. Really nice weekend.
What's the key to beating the Scarlets? And they might be short a few Welsh players, but they're still a dangerous outfit. Yeah,
very much so. Look, they thrive on unstructured attack. I think it's something that we would have always, and they like to play with the ball in hand a lot and force you to make mistakes and then hit you on the counter. And for us, we're aware of the threats they have across the back line and especially up front as well. They've got a couple of players that return, like Aaron Shingler came back last week and he's a quality player. Would be involved. I'm sure wouldn't have been involved with that well set up. But there's a lot of good. Ozir Kasim as well in the back row play for Springboks. There's quality men across that forward pack and the back line. But that for us is the biggest thing is to minimise the opportunities for them to play unstructured attack. Really is probably the big thing. They have a good defensive setup as well, so they'll challenge for the ball. So making sure that we maximise the opportunities when we create them and convert, which is the big one.
Could it become a bit of a score fest? Will it have an end of term feel to it, or is there just too much at stake for professional teams?
I think so. I think you have to basically stick to the game plan that works for you, and we'll certainly be trying to do that as they will be. I wouldn't say that. No, it's definitely not going to be like a throw the ball around at all costs kind of a portion. We'll be trying to be as accurate as we possibly can on our side of the ball, attack and defence, and then as they will. But no, I don't see it being that. I think, look, obviously in the professional era now, teams have a job to do. It's people's livelihoods and responsibility to do the right thing. So for us, we'll be as accurate as we need to be, hopefully, and I'm sure they'll be trying to do the same.